Hey guys. Okay, so I'm gonna put this video up. I think it's a learning experience for everybody. This is an experience that I had driving around in Chicago. This video that you're looking at now is the dash cam that I was able to acquire with a FOIA request. Took me some time to get it the very first time I tried it. It didn't work. I didn't get it. I got it now. I'm a little bit more savvy at getting what I want in FOIAs these days. Takes it takes some perseverance and just basically learning, I guess. Anyway, I was driving home from work. I had my passenger with me. He's my neighbor. We basically carpool, and we could tell right away. We could tell he was starting to pull us over. I'm gonna have another video in here. We happened to be talking about the whole. I believe the guy's name was Philando Castile in Minnesota that just got shot like earlier this year in this 2016. This was in 2016. We were just talking about that when this happened. So yeah, that's where it's at. Here's the officers coming up to the car now. They're coming up there. They do their thing. They kind of flank you. The one comes up in the front. He wanted me to put my hands outside the car. His partner came around the other end. My passenger gets kind of nervous around police. I guess he's had some experiences with them. I think. I don't know. You'd have to see if he wants to talk about it and get into it. But he was nervous that the guy had his hand on his gun and he was looking in the car, looking around inside the car. My windows are tinted. There's some things that this cop mentioned that I'm pretty sure he was lying because what he's saying that he saw, there's no way you could see it with tinted windows, and I'm thinking that that's probably why they didn't pursue it further to try to get into the car. I did want to point out I made a lot of mistakes on this. I know in the comments guys are going to be pointing that out to me. The one thing I did do right, I did not consent to a search. Never, never, ever consent to a search. Just don't do it. Okay, any lawyer that's worth their weight in gold will tell you don't consent to a search. Law officers, as they like to be called, tell their family not to consent to searches. So yeah, that's that. So basically, let's continue this on. I'm gonna start the video, and basically you'll see the whole video. There's another video I will link in the description that has the dash cam point of view. That basically is the entire video that captures the entire conversation I was having from that point on to basically to basically almost the end of the stop. The cops were gone. It was the end of the stop. They were gone by the time that you see on that video. Okay, so here we go.
18 what?
That's it. There's three. I know the house. I didn't know the house.
Okay. So you're dropping him off.
Yeah.
And you're coming from Indiana.
Yeah.
And he visits you in Indiana, so you come over here to pick him up?
Oh, we're just driving.
You're just driving? Your answers are cryptic at best.
Okay. Okay, so I apologize for the way that this kind of goes. This is a learning experience. This software is basically new. I had a former version that was a lot different than this one. But I'm going to be making some stops here along the way as we do this. I'm no law expert, so it's best if you just kind of the whole full disclaimer. Talk to a lawyer. Don't take it from me, but kind of learn from me, because about the only thing I could tell you to do is not talk to them or answer questions or consent to searches. Anyway, I did want to point out that he is Hernandez, the one in particular, the one that kind of directed this whole thing. I do believe he was the one that's actually driving the car, and it was, I think, the cop driving the car is the one that makes the decisions on what interactions that they have. I could be wrong. I'm sure people will if people watch this, that they will basically tell me if I'm correct or not. But notice how he is looking for something. He's trying to justify like the stop. First off, this is Illinois. I'm an Indiana car. driving around in Chicago. Not the best neighborhood, certainly not the worst neighborhood, but it's not the best. And it's I guess he's just looking for he's looking to make a name for himself. I have a theory on it. As we go into more and more videos, I'm going to make my case and present some actual documentation as to what supports it. But that was just my thought on that. So continue on.
You have anything illegal in the vehicle?
No.
Do I have consent to search your vehicle?
No.
Okay, so I'm sitting actually real silently. I was noticing in that first recording, a lot of noise, me moving around in my seat. I move around a lot. I can't help it. So I'm going to try to be mindful of that as we go forward. This is one of the few things I did right. I did not consent to a search. It's very easy, but it's actually hard to do. You don't know what kind of cop you're going to come across. You think a lot of them are good, but you might get one that's like really mad and take offense. I never consent to searches, and I've noticed they're so used to people just going along with it that when I do say no, that they're taken aback that I say no. So just something to think about. So yeah, just throwing that out there.
Okay. Step out of the vehicle.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, just wanted to point it out how he's the one that opened my door. I don't know if that means anything. Maybe someone that is a lawyer or at least well versed in law can tell me.
Get out of the vehicle, sir.
Just so you know, either way it goes, I'm going to call K9 to sniff the vehicle out anyway.
That's fine.
Okay? You don't have to raise it up. We're not going anywhere at the moment.
It's just habit.
All right.
Get out of the vehicle.
I also wanted to point out how when I was rolling up my windows, he told me I don't have to. Of course you have to. The whole point of me locking my car up is so he can't get in it. I'm not going to allow the windows to stay open so he can continue to do what he wants. This didn't work as well as planned. My passenger was not allowed to close his door. So I guess that's it is what it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
get out of the vehicle. We're all getting out.
15, Robert, we're relocating.
Go to the trunk. Put your hands on the trunk, please.
Contact Madison and Western.
Shut the door, sir.
Madison and Western. Okay. Before you
Shut the
got
door.
You have open containers of alcohol in your vehicle. I don't have to shut the door. I can pull you out of the vehicle. Yes, there is,
Does
right
that
there.
make a neighbor?
There's the consent.
What are you talking about?
Hold on.
Put your hands on the car.
What open container?
Go ahead. Go through the vehicle. There's open containers. We don't need his consent now. By the way, we're recording you. You're on body cam.
That's fine.
So the fact that now the open alcohol containers are
There's no
in the
open
vehicle.
containers.
Okay.
You didn't even drink alcohol.
Okay.
It's not alcohol.
It's not alcohol?
There you go. I'm good. Now you had me scared because I was like, shit, I
It
know
looked
that
like
ain't me.
alcohol. It looked like
Okay.
alcohol. And then when I opened it,
Okay, so they were trying to say that there was open containers in the car. There wasn't. It was basically a lot of these the energy drink cans, mostly Monster or Venom or whatever I can get for $1. I don't drink them as often as I have in the past. Good thing too. They're not that great for you. But anyway, they, as you can see, they kept trying to. They're always looking for a reason to maintain their probable cause, and that's what they were holding on to, as that there was open containers. As you will see, or as you have seen, I believe, the way I'm editing this, that you will see that when they realized that it was not open containers, that should have ended. That should have ended their probable cause to be able to continue to search the car. Obviously, they didn't. But we go through it. We continue on.
there was some spilled out there too.
Unlock the car. Do you have the keys?
Yeah.
Unlock it from that side.
I'm not consenting to a search.
That's okay. I'm not searching. I'm not searching.
So why do you need to get in there for?
Because I can open it to look at what's in plain view. I don't need your permission for that.
He's got an open door.
Yeah, I think he is.
I just don't like searching.
Why would they bother you if you're not doing anything wrong?
I don't like standing in this neighborhood.
Well, you're driving through here in the first place, aren't you?
Okay, so one of the ways I should say that you can maintain your argument that you did not agree to a search is to absolutely not hand over the keys. That works better if your car's locked. You put your keys in your pocket. Just say it's out of habit. When they ask you why, you continue to do so. It should be a good habit, and it's not illegal. Regardless of what they're telling you, just continue locking up your car, putting the keys in your pocket, and the other cop was able to get in there. I did mention that he did have a unlocked door. He went ahead and unlocked it in the inside, so the officer Hernandez, for lack of a better word, calling him an officer, I guess that's why he is. I guess he's not. I'll go into that later. Why I don't think he should be there. But anyway, that's where that's what it came down to. And then they try to put it on you while you're, you know, why like it's a normal thing for you to have people just stopping you when you're just going your way, and and all that. So yeah, it's what it is.
Be honest, guys. If you're gonna be honest, it'll work out.
Either way it goes, I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm gonna call for K9, and they're gonna find something. If you make me wait for K9 and they find something, I'm gonna hit you with every single charge, including trafficking across state lines. So again, do you have anything in this vehicle that I need to know about?
I don't have anything.
Anything?
And I'm not consenting to a search.
You don't need to. Once the K9 gets here and sniffs it out, if they give me a positive hit, we're tearing the vehicle apart regardless.
Okay.
Okay? So you have nothing in here?
There's nothing in there.
Okay. You want to call for K9? Alright. I'm going to run them first. You got ID on you, man?
Yeah.
You got any weapons or anything on you?
Okay, so then they proceed to start searching us. I actually made some notes on this, so I don't go off on my tangents. Okay, so the other officer, I'm not gonna name him. He's not the one I originally filed the complaint on. It was only Hernandez, but he was basically telling us to be honest. I guess he was trying to play the good cop. I guess you can see that. Hernandez, as you can tell, started throwing his weight around, saying how he's gonna he's gonna get the K9. If I make him search for the K9, he's gonna hit me with everything. I did want to point out I did walk away from this with just a ticket that was not a ticket. I guess it was a ticket to justify for them to justify the stop. They didn't even show up to court. The lawyer heard the whole story, and he was kind of laughing about it. What's the other thing I wrote on here? Hernandez still had to call for backup. So even though he went through this, he still had to call for backup for his, I guess, the watch commander or whatever they call him. The white shirts is what we refer to him. I've been referring to him as that. I've heard DPN do the same shit. I did want to point out that when I filed this complaint, Hernandez was the only one that I filed the complaint on. I did not file it on the partner or the sergeant or watch commander, whatever he was, that eventually responded to the call, showed up. A whole bunch of them came around, like several officers. I'm not sure why. Every time cops pull me over, it's like they want to look at me. I've never pulled my record, so I don't know what I have on there. I'm something that's a spectacle for them to search me. I have some feelings. I do have a couple things in my past. Never did any time though, so good for me. But yeah, that's yeah. I think that when I filed the complaint, they ended up supposedly all these officers ended up getting suspensions for these. I don't know if that means that what a suspension is. If these vacations I hear about that they get a suspension, but they're basically go home and still get paid, or what. But that's actually, according to the file on this, what actually.
Give me a wrist. So where are you from in Indiana?
Valparaiso.
Valparaiso. Do we have private flights going? I mean, I saw them shoveling around and stuffing something under the seat when we got there. So.
Okay, so that was a total lie. My windows are tinted. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly what he could have seen me shuffling around when they came up to the to the car. Okay, on top of that, they're whispering. If you notice, they talk regular, but then there's certain things they mention on this. They're whispering, and I don't have the right way to go about it to try to do that. If someone can show me, I'd appreciate it. Someone can take this video, and I got a couple people I can send it off to, see if they can decipher what was whispered there. I think they were basically playing, is what they were trying to do to keep their probable cause up, and they eventually call the watch commander or sergeant or whatever he is. But yeah, I guess he still went along with it. I don't know if they lied to him and told her what, but he ended up getting a suspension too, supposedly. Okay.
Could I ask, sorry.
Yeah. You know what? You want to call him?
Well, I'm gonna
Okay, I'll call him.
in here.
Yeah.
Point to Rob.
Robert.
But anybody nearby have an I-bond by any chance?
Hey Sarge, quick question, man. Me and Andrew got a traffic stop over here on Cermak and Neighbors. Out-of-state guys from Indiana. They're real shifty. I verbally asked for a consent to search the vehicle. And he said no, and that's fine. That's his right. But I can call for a canine. But when Andrew were coming up to the car, I saw him like stuffing something under the seat. But I don't know if furtive movement would be enough later on if we find something for the state's attorney to not be like, oh, well. Right, he's out of the car now, but I just want to run it past you because, like I said, I'm on camera now. I want to make sure. Yes. Yeah. Okay, alright, cool. I just wanted to make sure, Sarge. I thought so, but I just wanted to get your blessing before I went and did that. Alright, thanks, Sarge. I appreciate it. Bye. 1096, Robert.
Robert.
Okay, so I guess that was a sergeant. He called him a sarge. I wasn't sure if it was a watch commander or a sarge. In Chicago, I guess they're sergeants. And notice how he asked him for his blessing, but he did lie to him. He told that sergeant that he saw some shifting movements, is why he wanted to search the car. The windows are tinted. They're always crying how they can't see inside the car for tinted windows. They're always bringing that up, crying like I care. I don't. That's what it is. Okay, so that's the end of this video. I'm gonna have a follow-up video. I'm gonna start it somewhere right towards the end over here, but I'm gonna start it with the other officer's point of view, his body cam, and he comes over. He's the one that's the assist. Hernandez is the one that takes the lead. He's the one that assists. This other officer is the one that was playing the good cop. He's the one that actually wrote the ticket that they actually made me go to court for. I didn't have to, but I always do. I have a lawyer that goes for me for my job. I'm grateful for that. Not sure what that would cost, the kind of money I would be spending on that for all these tickets I get written. And actually, in all honesty, lately when I started recording, they stopped pulling me over. But yeah, I'm grateful for that. Yeah, so I'll start it from his point of view, and it'll continue on. A whole bunch of other officers come through. This is not over yet. I still have some FOIAs I gotta watch. This is the first time I've seen from this angle with this body cam. This happened in 2016. It's 2020 now, and I just got it. They put up a fight to get it, but I did get it. I wanted to thank Pink Camera Magic. Wanted to thank James Freeman. Wanted to thank DPN and Winston Otto Knowles. All these people are people that I have back and forth with me through email, talking about certain things. James Freeman, DPN especially. DPN's a local Chicago guy. You can learn a lot from him. I would suggest checking him out if you're not doing so already. Winston Otto Knowles, he spent a lot of time with me for a particular case I know of. A young woman that went to visit someone in another state, ended up getting sexually assaulted. I guess they found out that she had a warrant out for her, an old warrant for a misdemeanor, and they were trying to not do anything with the assault to and continue on with the warrant. She had to get a lawyer that paid $5,000 for him and get rid of it, but thankfully he did because she was looking at it. They just kept they were trying to bully her into just pleading guilty on it and just forgetting about the whole rape thing. But thankfully she didn't do that. So yeah. I'm gonna continue the other video from here. It'll continue on from this one, like I stated earlier. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm grateful for everything. Any comments, if you have any questions, if I can answer them, I will. Let me know. I do work a full-time job, so it might take me a little bit to get this other video out. I'm gonna get on it though. I'm gonna dedicate my weekends to it. Probably something to do with my kid. I want to get him into doing this editing so that way he ain't just sitting there playing games all day long. All right, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all. Have a good night. Bye.